Thanks for your patience, Nagmaji. Please go ahead.
Thank you, everyone, and good evening to everybody in the United States, and good morning to everyone in India. It's a pleasure to always connect with all of you and talk to all our esteemed guests and listen to all and everyone's view. And today, as we talk about the way forward for Kashmir, I'd also like to add that a lot of factors have been very responsible for what the situation that even Kashmir is today in Indian economy is in doldrums, as we see. As of yesterday, the GDP contracted to minus 23.9, and the manufacturing growth has been bad. The automobile has been bad. So that's been like obviously the state of what the Indian economy has been. But Kashmir, as we talk about Kashmir, the abrogation of Article 370, demonetization, and also many other factors like the extended lockdown. And when we speak about the armed conflict and growth, in the last 3 decades, there has been political turmoil due to the armed conflict. And if we see that more than 8,000 political workers have lost and sacrificed their lives, whether they're from all major or minor parties. Armed conflict has, in all these years, has had a very negative impact on economic growth, which is the universal reality. Tourism and horticulture, which are the backbone, almost 70 million people, uh, farmers, are associated to it. Apple industry has really been bad. 20 to 25%, you could see that there was a decrease in the production, and due to lockdown, due to climate change, due to a lot other factors. But the government should really help the farmers, because 100% they have gone in a loss, which is really bad. Women always suffer due to conflict. They have this major problem because of, they lose their families, the children have lost their parents. And of course, tourism has taken a very bad hit in Kashmir. Economy has been very badly hit. Other sectors like handicraft and agriculture, of course, I've already said that it has been very badly affected. Conflict not only breeds fear and suffering, but also the poverty, underdevelopment, hunger, lack of education, corruption, etc. And it basically destroys the environment, human, economic, physical, and social capital also. So the greatest casualty of political instability, one can say, is the economy of the state. While we talk about peace, progress, and growth, economic reconstruction will of course start the peace process, and peace process will lead to development activities, to, you could say, production, public authorities, and development activities will lead to gradual reduction of conflict situation. So then you have private investments which will also come in. The role of private players are important in the age of globalization, and peace attempts and developmental programs should be the initiative of the conflict resolution, definitely. Of course, as we speak, the dialogue, the discussion, and the resolution that we go towards the peace. Everybody here in Jammu, totally people have been, whether it's the Kashmiri Pandits or whether it is the Kashmiri Muslims, I think everybody has, had this, their share of hurt, pain, sadness all through this time. So people do take advantage, and many people are taking advantage of one's issue or the other, and trying to take political mileage by trying to spread this kind of discord between them. But I think it's about time that our organizations like Ibadat Khana and Chinar Foundation, and you all esteemed members, that we all should get together and talk about peace resolution, because that is what will get everybody together peacefully. And I think Kajjo Saab has done a wonderful thing by putting this presentation 3-pointer, 4-pointer now to the government, and that should also help. But the peace process should go on. Development activities will gradual reduction of conflict and situation. And then the private investments, which I spoke about, also peace attempts and development programs with initiatives that would help solve. And we see that they are talking about Naya Kashmir and things like that, but this Naya Kashmir has not brought any Nayapan as yet. And as somebody suggested, like Sanjay Sapru suggested, that we should all, wait and sort of, but all this should happen with the elected representatives, not putting them under detention and not prolonged detention, as we see that is still happening with Mehbooba Mufti and also the JKPD youth leader and also many others who are still under detention. So I think that this kind of, internet shutdown, which is causing a lot of problems to a lot of students. But as we see today, I saw yesterday a boy did score 99%, which is very, very good in NITJI exams. So I complimented that boy. And I think it's great, but still we think there is a need to be fair and square. Of course, Kashmir has its border issues with China, with Pakistan, but the foreign policy that is all about intensifying the border tensions. It's just been that for local political mileage, as we see the last couple of 6 years have been really bad with our relationship with our neighbors. And whether that's China, Pakistan, we see Nepal talking about, that, our entire territory being into their borders and they are claiming it. You see Tibet, what is happening with that. So the economy of the country is, as we speak, in shambles. GDP is at an all-time low. Somebody said that joblessness has been worrisome. It's been truly worrisome. And, it's been on an all-time high, you can say, it's never been like this for more than 1.5 centuries. And it's been this bad. Maybe due to the pandemic, it's been worldwide. But in India, it's taken a real beating, and especially Jammu and Kashmir, because it has its borders, it has its, its enemies on the lines, and we see China coming in as even, Siddiq Saab spoke, or somebody spoke about it right now. And the religious sentiments are flying high. The conflicts are, encouraged, which is not good. We should try and maintain peace all the time, because it's like we all want to be peaceful with one another. We all want to be good with one another, and that should be the aim. So all communications and social media platforms which are to empower people have been cut out. Elected representatives have been continued to be in detention, which is also a thing that, Kajo Saab is taking up. And the central government is traveling in the opposite direction, which is going to complicate issues further. So we need to do that job, even as civil citizens, even as various parties. We need to be a part of, offering solutions that make Kashmir a better Kashmir. And as civil society initiatives and conceptual conclusions are, even Amartya Sen ji has said on peace and development that we should have the political freedoms, we should have the economic facilities, we should have the social opportunities, we should have transparency in guarantees, we should have protective securities. And as a civil society, we need to focus on the above 5 criteria. So we need to march ahead, and these are my views on Kashmir, going forward. And I really feel that all the women and children who have been the major sufferers in this conflict, so they should also have a solution. And very often women are not very, looked up upon. And so I really think that women should also not be left out of this entire discourse.
Thank you, Nagmaji. Thank you for your...
Tasawwur, may I put in a word?
Yes, of course.
You have not properly introduced Nagmaji to the viewers here. You've called her a famous actress, of course, which she is. You have called her the General Secretary of All India Mahila Congress for Kashmir. But you have not mentioned that Nagmaji's mother was a Muslim, her father was a Hindu, and Nagmaji was born on 25th December, Christmas Day. So she is a true representative of secularism in India. Thank you.
Good
Thank you,
point.
Kaju Saab. And I also thank Vivek Tankhaji for having been gracious of his compliments. And I'm really sorry, but for me, humanity comes first. And I think that everyone equally should be peaceful, and bygones should be left bygone. Wrong for an wrong, an eye for an eye is never an answer. That's all that
You
is
you
mine.
represent three great religions, Nagmaji: Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity. All of them are
Thank
included in you.
Thank
You
you.
forgot
so
to do
much.
this.
What is that? What is that?
As you forgot to do the Christian part, right? You
Okay,
did
I'll do
this
it.
and you did this. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Nagma. I mean, again, thanks for your patience. There's never enough words for our guest speakers to introduce. I see Jeevanji has been kind of patiently, we're here in US, it's pretty late. We have a lot of folks like Ramesh Yadav and Dr. Imran, myself, and several other folks who are in US sitting in pretty late.
Please extend the time. Tasawwur, please extend the time.
Yeah,
We are all
already
enjoying it.
extended, Justice Saab, we already have few people leave. Like Mr. Kak, he got pretty upset because he didn't get an opportunity to speak. I mean, I'm trying our best to accommodate. Next time, what I will do is I'll keep it the number of guests very limited, probably half. That way we'll have enough time for question and answer session as well. I mean, before I hand it over to Professor Landenbach, I would like to allow a couple of guests, Mr. Ramesh Yadav, he has asked like at least half an hour back, he wants to make a comment. Again, Mr. Yadav, thank you for patience. I know you're in the US and it's pretty late. Please go ahead, shoot your questions.
I can, I can wait actually, but if you allow me, that's I was listening to everyone here, and you are the great leaders of your society, of your community, of your area, okay? and all the problem solution, we are saying that somebody else would solve the problem. Either it is the government will solve the problem, or it is somebody else will solve the problem. Please, I request to all the leaders, who live in this community, just think about what Gandhiji did. Gandhiji walked out. He said, "I'm not going to worry about this. I want to go and take care of Noakhali." And Ekla Chaudhary, that's what he did. And I want all of you, one message I can give from my side, that please, all of you, go into your community. Hindus, you get together and go into the Muslim community, make them a Muslim. You go to Hindu community and make them feel part of it.
Rameshji, you muted yourself. Rameshji, you muted. And please, somebody is, can you all mute yourself if you're not speaking? Okay. Sorry, Rameshji, somebody had unmuted. Please go ahead.
No, let's have the speakers first. I think because that's I saw somebody is waiting there. So let the speakers go. I can talk, and then I'll just listen to this.
Okay. So for people who don't know, Rameshji, I don't know your background, but Jeevan Zuchi Saab, he read is a beautiful poem, which was read at Stanford last time when India and Pakistan meeting. Really very touching. I would like to have a copy of that.